The African natural hair care market is one of the fastest growing segments in the global beauty industry, driven by increased demand for chemical-free, locally sourced, and culturally authentic products. Next into the nest is an entrepreneur ready to claim her share of this fast-growing market.
Anxious, but also excited. It's a great opportunity to get to network and also showcase my brand. My name is Hilary Makurumize and I'm representing CRWND Hair Care. So growing up, I was always a daddy's girl. And one thing he taught me was that my natural hair was beautiful. He would always say, your hair is your crown. Now, anyone who's actually had to deal with natural hair can tell you that it can be an absolute nightmare to manage. It kinks, it knots, it breaks, it's difficult to style. And conventional products that are there on the market do very little to address these problems in a meaningful way for natural hair. CRWND was born out of the frustration of having tried countless products and not finding anything that worked for my hair. So in 2020, we sat down together with a biochemist and we came up with the formulations for CRWND. The formulations are designed specifically for natural hair, designed to make it softer, easier to manage, easier to style, and to keep hair hydrated and moisturized. We currently outsource our manufacturing, but we do have plans to bring it in-house once this becomes a more economically viable option for us. Our set currently consists of 4 products, and we are working to expand our range. The full set will cost a total of $24, in line with our desire to be an affordable brand, as when we compare with our counterparts, they have full sets going for upwards of $40. Despite being affordable, we do have reasonable profit margins. In 2021, we managed to make a net profit of $800 from a revenue of $3,200. In 2022, we managed to make a net profit of $3,600 from a revenue of $8,900. Unfortunately, towards the end of 2022, we had to pause our production. I was the main person handling the business and I had to step away to complete my final year of medical school. But in 2024, I'm back and we have better products. They have better formulations, better branding, and better packaging. Our distribution strategies are through social media and sales agents. And we do not have a brick and mortar location, but we do plan on trying to get one. And we are working on partnerships that would allow us to have physical locations that can sell our products in Harare and Bulawayo. We have managed to export in the past through informal channels. We've managed to export to Zimbabwe, to Zambia, Malawi, and South Africa. We've also managed to secure a deal that would allow us to export and distribute our products in some countries within the SADC region. We've come on Eagle's Nest so we can have help getting our product export ready, so we can capitalize on the opportunities that we've been presented as a brand. The mentorships and the trainings that we go through would help us really up our product and be able to start increasing our market share and bring in valuable forex currency for our brand. Thank you.
A confident, well-delivered pitch by Hilary, and the judges are clearly taken by the presentation. George is first with the comments.
Right, well done for, creating a product where you see there is a need. And one thing is for certain is that I'm very happy, especially for somebody coming onto the show with such a product which is well packaged. It really does look international. That's a good thing. The branding is simple and it's very clear cut. I like the energy and the effort you've put into your product. It looks appealing. It's easily identifiable. I like your branding. It's clear cut, and that's a good thing. Your pitch to me speaks energy of somebody who knows their product. And it's good that you are in a field which already is studying in it, but you've decided to specialize by catering for a specific need. So, that's a good start for me.
Could you expand some more on this distribution deal you're talking about?
So we managed to distribute our products to a person who was in South Africa, who passed our products on to a friend who has a company that does marketing and distribution for small businesses. And we signed a deal that would allow us to work with them for 5 years. So we'd be able to distribute our products, namely in South Africa, Zambia, Malawi, Mozambique, as well as Namibia.
Okay.
With a product that meets a need, branding fit for a crown, and a clear route to market, Hilary seems well equipped to take her product global. However, a critical question about her products demand an answer.
Have these products been tested? Because I think that's a make or break in an industry like this.
So we have gone through dermatological testing, so our products are safe to use on skin. We do have a warning that say they do irritate the eyes as well. We are currently going through stability testing, and unfortunately it takes a bit of a longer time. It takes a timeline of about 2 to 5 months to complete the full testing, so that's the phase we're currently going through in our testing.
Okay, so is it, does that stop people from using your product, or that's something that...
We've made the decision to temporarily hold until we are certain that our products are stable. Because we slightly changed our formulations from the ones we used to use in the past, we had to redo some of those tests. So we wanted to be sure that when we push a product onto the market, we're able to say it's stable, it's tested, and it's good for human use.
Okay, so currently are you selling them?
Not as yet,
Okay.
but we should be able to start selling in the next few months.
So right now there's no sales you're making?
No.
Okay.
Hillary declares zero sales in the current financial period, a pause blamed on ongoing product development. Meanwhile, Cheludo is keen to go straight to the roots of the product itself.
So you mentioned that your manufacturing was outsourced.
Yes. So we're currently making the formulas with a company that's based in South Africa. Then we ship them locally, and then we do the rest of the...
Are you a middleman, or are you somebody who is actually behind this formulation? So at the end of the day, you can come and pitch to us and say, this is mine. But the aspect where you're saying that it's formulated in another country, then, raises eyebrows that, is this your product? Or are you a franchisee of a product and you are just pushing the end product?
So those are our formulations. If we did switch to in-house manufacturing, we'd be able to make the exact same products with no problems. So we are not a franchisee. We use more of a model of manufacturing called contract manufacturing. We approached this company with our formulations and we asked them if they could make it, and they said they could. So they take our formula and they give us the product that you see here.
Where does it say that they can't sell your formulation where they are?
So unfortunately, they can sell our product. We are trying to buy the formula rights to be exclusive. So they do allow you to, when you bring your formula, you pay them an amount of money that says they can't make it for anyone else. But unfortunately, being a small business, we haven't yet built up the financial muscle to be able to do that. But it is in the works. Once we're able to afford to pay for that, we'll be able to do that.
Yeah, that to me, that raises a lot of red flags.
The entrepreneur reveals a bald spot beneath the business model. The product is formulated outside the country. A red flag in an export incubator built to champion local value addition. Tube is next with the questions, and she is not holding back.
What is the feedback from the customers that have used your products? And the reason why I'm asking is because I do follow a lot of natural hair products, and I'm aware of the contemporary issues around the sector. And of note is that, of concern rather, is the sulfate ingredient on your products, which so many natural hair enthusiasts are so anti. What is the feedback?
So we've received very good feedback from our clients. They do keep coming back for more, as evidenced by the fact that in our second year we did have an increase in our volume of sales. So we do have loyal customers. We do try and reduce as many of the bad ingredients. We'll try and use less of the silicones, less of the sulfates, in such a way that it's not as harmful to natural hair.
Because, your value proposition on such products should be that they are sulfate-free.
How much do you need? Have you done the calculations, or what is it that you need to actually bring your manufacturing in-house? And what impact would manufacturing in-house have on your pricing?
So manufacturing in-house would unfortunately drive up especially if we're still moving smaller volumes, it would drive up our price a little bit. We still have room within our profit margins to play and still use the same price that we give to the customer and take a minor hit on our profits. In order to bring our manufacturing in-house, we would need about $16,000 to $20,000.
And who else is on your team?
So we have an accountant and a biochemist and then other workers that we employ on a part-time basis.
Despite an impressive start, Hillary's crown seems to be slipping and the judges are ready to give their verdict. Will they still endorse her business for export?
My major concern is what I've spoken about earlier. And I think what will happen the moment you want to get big, somebody is going to patent your recipe, right? And then now when you are capacitated to do it, you won't be able to. So I think for me right now, I'm gonna give you a no, because you're at a stage where it's an initial startup, right? But you need some serious mentorship and guidance. And some of these things we've mentioned to help you to know that export is very viable for you, because your product I'm happy with, but you need to go in knowing a lot about what you want to do. So from me, it's a no, but there's great potential in your product.
There's a word that we use in here that George said no, but it's a not yet. For you, it's a not yet. Get your base covered, so that you're comfortable knowing that your bills can be paid, you can find an office to rent, and your local market is happy. That's your direct feedback, right? And then you can go stronger into the Zim market. And I'm sure you will be back here with a story that says, I'm now ready to take this thing to the next level, and I've understood the patents that I need, I've done my lab testing, everything is good. And then we can tackle this export market. So right now, you're not yet ready for the export market, but what you are ready is to get back into the current market, go back to your people, grow that order book, be comfortable knowing that you don't have to wait for a TT coming out of Mozambique that's going to take 7 days to hit your bank account, but your landlord needs rent tomorrow. So for me, I've heard your story, I like what I see, but you're not yet ready for this one.
I think catering for hair textures for people of color, women of color, is an idea really whose time has come. Your idea is valid, but it falls short when it comes to commercialization, because how then would you explain the gap, all the way from 8,000 to 0? If really this was something that was worth the cause, I'm sure by now we'd be talking, something different. So it's a not yet for me, but I want to encourage you to say that, you know what, this is something that you really need to pursue. It's something that you can actually pursue, but for now, it's a not yet.
Okay, so it's a no from me. Your product is not yet ready for the market in terms of the fact that you're still testing, you've changed the formulation. So the sales that we're speaking about, that 8,000 is on the basis of another formulation. And you still need to get testing and approval to see whether or not this new formulation is actually okay or that it's stable. But I would also encourage you to protect not just your formulations, but your brand as well. I like the brand. I like CRWND. I think it would sell. I think it does have an appeal internationally. I also think that you need to not just, so it's the actual wording, the logos and all of that. If you haven't yet done that, that's what you also need to focus on doing. All the best.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for coming
All the
through.
best.
It's an unfortunate end to Hillary's journey in the nest. The judges are aligned. CRWND is not yet ready to cross borders and compete on the export stage.
So it's a humbling experience to be able to stand in front of these people who've made great strides in their own industries. We would also like to get to this point, and getting advice from them is a dream come true.
Hillary exits the nest wiser, refined and better prepared for what comes next. The Eagle's Nest Youth Export Incubator, proudly brought to you by Zimtrade and Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank.